Hello and welcome back. I hope you have seen my previous video, and this video is going to be informative video on parts of speech. So what is a part of speech anyway? Do you know? Or how do we categorize the part of speech? We can categorize the part of speech into 8 types. Some says it's of 9 types, and there are few that say it is of maybe 10 or 12 types. But exactly how many types are part of speech? We can categorize English words into 9 basic types called the parts of speech or word classes. It is quite important to recognize the parts of speech. This helps you to analyze sentences and understand them. It also helps you to construct good sentences. We will discuss what are the parts of speech, what is the function or the job, what are the examples of the words, and what are the examples of the sentence. Example helps us to understand the thing easily. The first one is the verb. What is the function of job? Verb is an action or state. And what are the examples of the word? Like have, do, like, work, sing, can. These are the examples of word. And what are the examples of the sentences? I like English. I like to speak English. This was the example. The second is noun. What is the function or job? Noun is a thing or a person. What are the examples of noun? Pen, dog, work, London, India, teacher, Mary, John. And what are the examples of the sentences? I live in India. This is my dog. We both live in the same house. This was the example of the sentence. Then comes the adjective. What is the function or job? Adjective describes a noun. And what was noun? Noun was a thing or a person. So how do we describe it? How do the adjective describe it? What are the examples of the word? Good, well, interesting, big, small. And what are the examples of the sentences? I like big house. I like to eat strawberry. Then comes a determiner. What is the function or job of a determiner? It limits or determines a noun. Now we have to understand how it limits or determines a noun. And what was noun? You have to comment down. Noun is a thing or a person. So what are the examples of word? A, and, the, some, many are the examples. And what are the example of sentence? I have 2 dogs and some rabbit. This was an example. You see, in this example, it is limiting or determining a noun. Then comes the adverb. Adverb is something that describes a verb, the adjective, or the adverb. And what are the examples of it? Silently, badly, very, really? These are the examples. And how do we form a sentence from this? When John is hungry, he eats really quickly. My dog eats quickly. When he is very hungry, he eats really quickly. So this was an example. Then comes the pronoun. Pronoun is something that replaces a noun. And what are the examples of the word? I, you, we, she, some. This was the example. And how do we form sentence from the same? Tara is beautiful. She is an Indian. Then comes the preposition. Preposition is something that links noun to another word. And how do the preposition links noun to other word? What are the example? To, at, after, on, but. What are the examples of the sentences? We went to school on Monday. Then comes the conjunction. As we break the word conjunction. Junction is something that joins 2 things. So, what is the function or the job of a conjunction? It joins clauses or sentences or words. What are the examples of conjunction? And, but, when. And what are the example of sentences? How we can frame a sentences? I like dogs and cats. I like dogs and I like cats. I like dogs but I don't like cats. And the last one is interjection. What is the function or job of it? A short exclamation, sometimes inserted into a sentence. What are the examples? Oh, hi, Well, ouch. So these were the examples. And how do we frame a sentence from this? Ouch, that hurts. Hi, how are you? Well, I don't know. These were the examples. What are the part of speech examples? Here are some examples of sentences made with different English parts of speech. Verb. What is the example? Stop. And what was the verb? It was an action or state. Stop is an action or state. John works. John is noun and works is verb. Noun is something that is a state or person or thing, and verb is the action. John is working. John is noun. Is and working are verb. The next example is she loves the animal. She is pronoun. That replaces a noun. Loves is verb. Animals is noun. So likewise, there are many examples. If you break down, you will see what is a noun. You can categorize what is a noun, what is a pronoun, what is a preposition, what is a conjunction, what is an adverb, what is an... As I said in my last video, the more you practice, the more you learn, and the more you learn, the more you're confident. So you have to keep on practicing, and it's super quick that you will learn English. Then comes the words that have more than one job. Many words in English can have more than one job, or can be more than one part of speech. Example, work. It can be a verb and a noun, but can be a conjunction and a preposition. In addition, many nouns can act as an adjectives. To analyze the part of speech, you have to ask yourself, what job is the word doing along with the sentence? So here is the table. You can see a few examples. Of course, there are more, even for some of the words in the table. In fact, when you will practice, when you will see it in a good dictionary, in fact, if you practice, you will learn and you'll think this was so easy. So on the screen, here are some examples of the words that can have more than one job. For example, the word is work. Can you relate? Work is which part of speech? It is a noun and a verb. An example is, my work is easy, I work in India. Second is but can have more than 6 jobs. It is a conjunction, it joins 2 sentences. Also, it is a preposition. Example, John came but Mary didn't come. Everyone came but Mary. Then next example is well. Well is an adjective, a verb and an interjection. Are you well? How can it be an adverb? She speaks well. And an interjection? Well, that's quick. Well, that's expensive. So with this, I believe you are now familiar with what are the parts of speech, what are the examples, what are the function or job, and you can easily relate. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment down in the comment section for your queries and share my video. See you in the next video. Till then, take good care of yourself. Thank you.